I am broadcasting on my own. So today I will be talking about love. Let's talk about love, bad boys versus nice guys. So who do you prefer when it comes to bad boys and nice guys? Who do you prefer? You may find that most women prefer bad boys, because the reason why most women prefer bad boys is because there's a saying that nice guys finish last. Women don't they don't like anyone who's nice, too nice. When a man becomes really too nice, they start questioning, what is he after? Is he not normal? Because basically they're not used to it. They're like bad guys. So let us get straight to the point. All these small talks and focus on the question that slices into the very hub of man's survival. Basically, the man's survival is a bad boy versus a nice guy. So that is the survival when it comes to relationship. When it comes to women, they evaluate who they want to date. Basically, this truly it matters. Basically, it's a matter of a personality choice. Every woman has their own choice when it comes to men based on their personality. And this because women never have clear distinction as to what type of mate would they rather prefer. And after a long score, and sometimes women, they know exactly what they want, sometimes they don't. Most of the time they don't. They think they do, but they don't. Because if you know exactly what you want and you go for something that you don't want, so that means 100% you don't know what you want. So bad boys or nice guys. However, the debate, when it comes to love, the debate seem to never ceased when it comes to nice guys and versus nice guys, bad boys versus nice guys. This is because women never have a clear of distinction of what type of guys they rather date. And after a long scrollious deliberation or poll voting, when you go online and put a poll, it seems that the choice between bad and nice guys are endless discussion. It doesn't end. Basically, if you want women basically to debate, create a poll and ask them, the poll doesn't end. And it sounds impossible that which one is which. So according to the survey online, 30% of women, when they responded about what they prefer, bad guys or bad boys, nice guys, they talk about the personality. Personality matters most, though it's not clear. Basically, their preference is not been identified, what kind of a personality that these women want from the guys. It's not clear, but they just say personality matters. But if you look online as well, there's some report that nice guys are apparently unappealing to most women. Why is it so? I don't know. So women seems to think that nice guys are unappealing. And that is the poll. If you look online, that's what women think. But then When you talk to women, like let's say if you're offline and you talk to them, they will tell you that it is not easy to find nice guys. That's what they will tell you, that it's not easy to find nice guys. So, but then when you look at the polls, this are there. It's all about it's all about no, basically they find nice guys not appealing to them. But then when you're offline, you ask somebody, why are you single? They'll tell you that it's not easy to find nice guys. So then you become confused. What do we really want? When it comes to a relationship, what do women want? Basically, I'm a woman as well, and when it comes to dating, I wouldn't want to date bad boys, bad guys. Have I dated bad guys before? No. When it comes to relationship, I would not want to date a bad guy. The reason simple is I want peace in my life. So if I date a bad guy, there will be no peace in my life. So that's what when you ask women, that's what they will tell you that. So why is it so? What could possibly cause the evident weakening magnet of nice guys? Does that count for the reason why more men are behaving badly these days? Because most men nowadays they are behaving badly. If I say they are behaving badly, if you ask somebody, some women who have been to the dating site, they will tell you that they've been on a dating, they've been on dates with men that they meet on the website, on dating site. And these men, they'll go out, they'll ask them to go on dates. So that's why I call them, they behave badly. So when they ask the woman, let's go on date, and the woman agrees. So what happens is when the woman gets there, after the meal, what happens is the man would demand to pay the bill half. So that's why I'm saying maybe is it because why more men are behaving badly these days? Women are complaining about that if a man asks me for a date, yes, I have the money, yes, I'm independent, but it puts me off when a man asks on a date to pay for me to pay half with him. And because I have to, women mostly they say, I have to think about this man. Is it the man that I'm going to spend the rest of my life? When he asks me to go on date just one day, and then he demands to pay half. So women ends up thinking, is this the man that is gonna carry me for the rest of my life if a relationship works? So that ends up putting the woman off. But then you ask men are like, I've been hurt before, so I feel that women are taking men for granted. So I've been hurt before, that when I try to get involved with a woman, I'm giving everything that I have, and the woman takes advantage. But is that the excuse that men, basically the bad boys, men have to be bad towards girls? For me as a woman, I will say no. The reason why I say no is, no matter if you are a man, you've been hurt by somebody else, it does not mean that the woman that you meet is going to treat you the same. People are different, personalities are different, we all raised different. So women should not be judged based on one woman's behavior, or men should not be judged based on one man's behavior. So I think in that way, the reason why men behave like that is because not every man is like that. So I don't agree with it. Not every man is like that, but most 50% of women, when they come to our agency, that is the problem in the dating industry. When they meet people online, they're like, you meet somebody who tells you that I've been on the dates 50 times, 100 times with 100 men, and mostly men are not caring. Basically, they show you that dating is dating. So if you want to go and date with me, you pay a half, but I don't mind paying the bit of paying a half. I don't mind it. But if a man takes me for a date, asks me to go on a date, you take me on a date, do they have to pay? Is either I pay for the meal, I'm gonna be honest, it's either I pay for the meal, the full amount, or you pay for the meal. And for the waitress, for me to be in front of the waiter and being told that half, it doesn't sound good. And for me, it doesn't sound like a traditional man, because if I'm going to go on a date again with you, why do I need to pay half? If I'm going to pay on a date next time, that means I can pick up the bill or you can pick up the bill, which is fair enough. So for me, if I go on a date myself and then asks me to pay half, he's a bad guy. I say goodbye. So that is the problem. That I will say no. He has to. I will say no. But and but women seems to like bad boys rather than nice guys. So why do women like bad boys? For instance, there's been some there, there are those cases where is more nice guys gets nicer to a woman, the more they will not opt to be romantically involved with those nice guys. When a nice guy is too nice, women don't want to get involved. Instead, they'll awkwardly be attracted to men who deal with them harshly. So why is that? However, it does not necessarily mean that women would literally choose bad boys, as in the real means one over the nice guy. So why is that? Why women prefer men who treat them harshly? Why is that? So the only reason why women opt to date those who are not under the category of nice guys is that the nice ones create impression of not being romantic. So that's what I believe. Apparently, when a nice guy is being too nice, apparently it's not being romantic. They appear less appealing. They are less appealing as far as sexual attraction is concerned. Apparently, that's what women they feel. If you can check the polls online, that's what women they feel, and it's real. They don't find a nice guy very attractive, and they feel that they are not even romantic. Some women will contend that those who are really nice seems to offer friendship instead of romance. That's what women believes. That when you meet a nice guy, they will prefer to offer you a friendship. So what is the point of being romantically? They will tell you that what is the point of being romantically involved with them if this is what women think of them? So that is the problem in our society. So I don't know what is the message that we are sending when it comes to relationship. So the point here is women do not like literally the women do not literally prefer bad boys that are really bad. We're not talking about people who commit crimes. No, we're not talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you have the idea of who of the men that I'm talking about. We're not talking about the men that, when we say boy bad boys, we're not talking about the men that commit crimes. We're talking about the men that basically they have this personality of mix good and bad. So women prefer those men who treat them harshly, who don't were not men who are not afraid to tell a woman off. There are some men out there who are well cultured. They don't find it attractive to tell their partners off. They would rather just have good communications, address the situation, but sometimes women don't like it. They like women who treat them harsh. And those men mostly they are in relationships. They're not single, they're in relationship with the women and in a long-term relationship. I've met my clients who have been in those relationships with people like that. And sometimes when you match them, they're like, he is too nice. You ask the feedback. The feedback, can you give me the feedback? Why don't you want to go on a date with him again? He is too nice. So then you, if he is too nice, then what is the problem? And there is no problem. And you can't force somebody to go on a second date with somebody because they're saying he is too nice. There are men who are born nice. There are people who are born in, basically they are nice. And sometimes the women, they don't find that attractive. They don't find it attractive. They just have the tendency of physically attracted to men who treat them little harsh. You find men who are very, very harsh. They are in relationships and they find it easy to date women. And those who do not pay attention to them. Women want men, sometimes it takes a lot for a woman to learn that when you date a man who does not give you attention, it is stress. It takes a long time for a woman to say no to those kind of men. But mostly that's what women are attracted to. Those who seem not to care for them and those who do not give them 100% attention. That's what women want. It takes a lot and lots of hard work for a woman to be able to say no to a man like that. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of hard work. You working with your inner self, working with taking personal development and understanding who you are and putting your needs first. It takes so much to get deep, understanding who you are and what you want and what kind of a person you would like to date. There are so many women that you meet. They are dating men who basically do whatever they want. They don't give them attention. They don't give them basically. They're dating them. They're like, but I'm attracted to him. I don't know what to do. I'm attracted to them, but they are attracted to the bad. And they are all boiled down to the fact that women are actually adventurous people. Women are adventurous. They would rather love a man who start taking action instead of trying to act nice. That's what women want. They don't want men who act nice. They want those who are dangerous and those who takes action. When they see a girl, they approach. That's attractive. When a man approaches you, you get attracted to them, their looks, their everything. Then we forget. Um, that dangerous can actually destroy our lives. So I'm trying to check if I have any messages. So they are attracted to those men who don't act nice, who take action. And moreover, in order to understand why women are more physically attracted to the bad boys image, is to focus on the very core of attraction. Focus on the very core attraction, because there is something. If a woman is attracted to actually a bad guy, so you have to go deep. They can either the the guy is deep into workout, or is either the guy is deep, is wealth, and that the people can get attracted to different things. So there are different things of core of attraction, why the woman is attracted to that. Based on that woman, you have to pay more attention to the nasty ones, basically. And when I actually split up with my ex, it was then where I actually, when I did my personal development, it was then where I had to actually, when you read online people what they've gone through online and what kind of people they've dated. So my focus was basically, when I'm looking for somebody, I look at my character, I look at my values, I look at my values, and I look at my beliefs, and I look at myself, my inner being, and then find somebody that is going to complement myself, that is going to complement me. First, I had to become what I was looking for that moment, because you can't say I'm looking for a nice guy, I'm looking for a guy who is this, I'm looking for a guy who is driven, I'm looking for a guy who basically who knows how to take action, if you are not all that. So for me, I had to become what I wanted in a relationship. It took me 2 years to work on myself, basically to become what I wanted, the kind of man that I wanted. So I had to become that. I had to work on myself. I had to work on my inner being. I had to I had to be a woman that is driven, a woman that is a mentor, a woman that is knows what they want. Not when people say when I'm single, and basically at that moment, and people asking me why I'm single, instead of saying I have not found the one. And basically I had to speak the truth, or saying it's harder to find men. I had to speak the truth and say I'm working on myself. When I was then finished working on myself, and people ask me why are you single, I'm like yes. And they're like, why are you single? I'm searching. You have to be the person that is willing to speak the you speak the things that you want. And when you speak the things that you want, because there are some people that deep down within, they know that they are looking for love. They know that one day they will love to have that person that will accept them for who they are. But when people ask you, why are you single, you're like, I'm happy as I am. So if the universe hears that I'm happy as I am, so the universe will be like, oh God, will be like, okay, she's happy as she is, so I'm not going to interfere or get involved. But if I say I'm seeking, then God knows that Nomsa is seeking. Then God knows that I'm seeking for the what kind of a man that I'm seeking. So that is the language that I spoke, and moreover, um, this doesn't mean that basically women would prefer to have bad boys as their lifetime partner rather than the nice guys. It doesn't mean that. In fact, according to some, if you go online, some recent survey, almost 38% of women that were included in that in that survey, they responded, their response would, there it was, we will still prefer a nice guy, while only 15% wanted bad guys. Consequently, nearly 34% would rather have combination of both the personality, bad and boy, and bad guys. So for me, I don't have time for a bad guy. The reason why I don't have time for a bad guy is the personality. If the personality is bad, basically I need a guy that is going to complement my life. So if I say I need a bad guy, I need both personality and bad and nice. So I'm looking for a nice guy. I'm not looking for a preacher, but I'm looking for a nice guy that is going to compliment me. When I'm saying I'm not looking for a preacher, is because there are some guys that go to on stage in church, they'll preach the gospel of God, and when they go home, they're bad. So I'm not looking for that kind of a preacher. I'm looking for the guy that will go on stage in the house of God and preach the gospel and come home and still behave the same. So those are the guys that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for two personalities. And there is no such thing as a perfect guy. I'm not looking for a perfect guy. Or if you are a nice guy, you don't have to be perfect. Nice means nice. You understand my values. I understand your values. You understand my beliefs. I understand your beliefs. And you respect my beliefs. I respect your beliefs. That is a man who is nice. So when I'm dating a bad guy, so that means there are some things that if we go to Tesco's or we go to Sainsbury's, you can humiliate me in front of people, then it's okay. I find it attractive. Hell no. So I need a guy that is going to respect me. When we step outside, when we step into the room, into our house, everything has to be the same. Respect, respect, respect. Those That was the guy that I was looking for at the time when I said, God, give me this guy. So some people might prefer bad guys, but is it wrong for them? No, it's not. It depends with your choices of what do you desire. Some people are attracted to men who tells them off. When they are on the street, they find it very attractive. It's sexy. But to me, it's not sexy. So is it wrong? No, it's not. So everybody else has their own choices. We all have our own choices when it comes to relationship. So what does this figure show? It means that women are still not insane. They're not insane. Who would choose a bad guy? Who would choose the bad guy? They are only attracted to those who seem to carry a bad boy image, but for a more serious relationship, the nice guy. So that's what women prefer. They prefer. It's not that they're insane. Given all that, the choice between the kinds of personality is not a matter of who is the most preferred type of a guy. Rather, it is a matter of attraction. So that is attraction. Some people, they find it very attractive to date a bad guy. As long the nice guys have what it takes to attract a woman, chances are they would be able to date a woman. So sometimes the reason why I think is sometimes women find that there are some men who are too nice. And when a man becomes too nice, too nice, too nice, sometimes men they become, when a man is too nice, they will lack something romantic because they are too nice. and they give you everything financially, sometimes in bed they will lack that. When they start providing you financially, they in bed romantically, they are not. Because to them, and thus to them, they feel that because they are providing you with everything, they they have no reason to try hard, to try more and be more romantic. So that's what some men are. I've met women who are complaining, and you ask them, why did you divorce? They will tell you that my husband was very nice. Would do anything for me, will go shopping with me, he'll give me anything that I want. But that will never fulfill me, because I entered a relationship fully wanting the whole package in a relationship, which is relationship comes with romantic. So sometimes that's why women feel that dating a nice guy is not worth it, because nice guys, most of them, they believe that I'm gonna give you everything that I want, you want, and then romantically they're not that romantic. So sometimes that is the case, and I have met women who have gone through it, that I've gone through this, and this is how my ex was, this is how my ex wife husband was. So that can destroy a relationship. So women prefer a man that will give them the whole package. As long as a nice guy has what it takes to give it to a woman, it's fine. Women are happy. They go from type. The bottom line is that women can be very fussy and may not take it may not make sense whatever they choose, the kind of a guy they would be interested in. It might not make sense to other people, but to them, when it comes to us women, it makes sense. It makes sense. They, in fact, they can go from one type to another type. Is just in a just a short a short span, to this type to a different one. What makes a falling what But now the question is, what makes a woman falling in love deeply? What makes a woman fall in love deeply with a man? Is very simple. It's to have a personality that is not so straight and not that crude as well. Women are attracted to that. If you have a personality that a woman will keep a woman wondering what's next, what's gonna happen next. It's full of surprises, adventurous. Women like adventurous. So these patterns, to those who are funny, confident, and had air of mystery on the side. So that does help when it comes to women. Women can be a mystery. Everything they do, it can be a mystery. You just, as a man, you just have to understand your woman, the woman that you are dating. You just have to understand basically what you are looking for when it comes to women. You have to understand also, you have to understand the power of psychology. Women once we men Women mostly, they like men with good genes, men who are more muscular, a masculine, physical, attractive, good looking, fit, and high in sex appealing. And they want men with a good parenting, men who comes from they want men, although you are a bad boy, or although there's a bad boy or a nice guy, women want a man who comes from a very good parenting home. and a man who wants to be a loving spouse. So that's what they want. Although you have to be a bad boy, when I talk about bad boys, they're not just looking for uh, a bad boy. They're not just talking about, we're not talking about somebody who goes to prison, get arrested. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the personalities. And they like somebody who basically who has a high income and are educated. And sometimes a man, they prefer men who are older than them. Sometimes women prefer men who are older than them. When it comes to age, they prefer women who are older than them. And what else? Before I leave, what else? What else can I add? What else can I add? What else? Whether a woman whether a woman wants to date a bad boy or a nice guy, you have to have good genes when it comes to women. Whether you're bad, whether you are nice, you have to have a good investment ability. And men who have a high potential when it comes to uh, sex appealing, when it comes to education, when it comes to your income, when it comes to basically, they want a man who can who wants to who is fond of children, even if you don't have kids. So they want emotionally a man who is emotionally stable and mature. That's what women are looking for. If you look online, they will tell you that this is the kind of man. Whether you are a bad guy or whether you are a good guy, you have to carry these traits. You have to have those traits. So just being a bad guy or a good guy, it doesn't mean that you're still going to find that woman. So you may realize that basically, and most women nowadays, things are changing. Women seems to prefer, I don't know why, but mostly if you go to London, I don't know whether it's just me. If you go to London, most women prefer men with benefits. And women, men the same. They prefer women with benefits. Um, they they don't like, there are lots of men still who still want to be in a relationship. There are lots of women who still want to be in a relationship, but mostly you'll find that single men who have been married before and women who have done it all, they will tell you that I'm now looking for a men with benefits. And sometimes I get to that with my agency, and the people telling me this is what they would prefer, but unfortunately I don't offer that. So I always have to turn people down because my agency doesn't offer all those kind of relationship. So you have to you have to find what is the most attractive to you as a human being, because we all have different choices when it comes to relationship. We all have a different want. We all have things that we want. When it comes to men, when it comes to dating, as a matchmaker, I can tell you this: not every no what worked for me, it doesn't mean it is going to work for somebody else. And when you are a bad boy, It's all about the personality. It's all about the attitude and charisma as well. So, and the style. Sometimes the women we call the bad guys because how they dress. Sometimes the women will tell you that I have a certain style of men that I like to date men who dress like this. So if you are that man, then you have to, that means you have to improve your style. I don't mean you have to improve your style to fit in with somebody else. If you know that you are a bad boy, so you don't have to hide who you are, because as women like that, you have to be more confident whether you are a nice guy. So being a nice guy, it comes with a confidence. Being a bad guy, it comes with a confidence. I'm not talking about bad guys that bully their girlfriends, that abuses their wives. I'm not talking about that. So you have to improve your style. You don't have to wear basically like black guys. They like to wear leather jackets. They like to wear um, basically a bad boy for them to be attracted. I'm not saying you have to wear um, leather jacket, sunglasses, and what else? Black guys, big chains. So you don't have to do all that to your personality. You have to create your own personality. You have to create basically when it comes to confidence, you have to be you, not trying to be somebody. Uh, when you are a bad guy, does not care about the imperfection. Take me as I am. That's the attitude that a bad guy have. Take me as I am. And those women like that. I am who I am. And there is nothing you can do about it. That's what a bad boy's attitude has. That is a bad boy's attitude. And they don't care about people's opinions. They work on their confidence and they know they're bad guys. So, and the other thing is for guys, if you are a bad guy, you know you are a bad guy or you are a nice guy. Basically, to get a woman that will accept you for who you are is to be more carefree of you. Don't worry about people, what people think about you. And work on your emotions as well. So women likes men basically who know what they want, who knows a man who knows who they are will get a woman very easy, because women find that attractive whether you're bad or good. So if you know who you are, you will find it very very easy to date somebody. A man who is not afraid to approach a woman, who is not afraid to get what they want, we call them bad guys. But that's how it should be. So you have to be that person. Nice guys, you have to be passionate about your woman and be romantic, whatever you desire in that woman. Not Mr. Nice Guy that gives you money and that's enough. No, you have to be passionate about your romantical spouse. And you have to work on your shyness. You don't have to, if you are a shy person in that relationship, it's gonna be tough, because when you want to make love to that woman, you're gonna have to switch off the lights. So you have to work on your shyness. Make sure that you work on your shyness, and instead of being shy, and just work on um, on that and get rid of that habit of being shy and saying I can't do this because I'm shy. So work on that is the energy. Work on that energy. Bring the energy of take me as I am and accepting who you are, and walk the path. So people always say nice guys never win. For me, I say no, because when we say nice guys never win, that means we are labeling those guys. So nice guys, they do find a relationship, they do find women. It's just God connects you with women. Sometimes when you find it hard to connect with somebody, that means that person it was never for you. So you have to have patience. So if you want to win a nice guy, you have to be you have to be clever, and you have to know how to give compliments as a person. If you want to win that nice guy, now we're talking about the nice guy, you have to be somebody who has been raised, who understands, somebody who has been raised in a traditional way. I'm not saying you have to change who you are as a person. So I'm saying you have to understand when men are raised in a traditional way, that means they'll open doors for you. They'll do anything for you. That is a man who is raised in a traditional way, and they're not trying to make someone feel confident. They are just basically they give you the compliment at the right time, and they understand your values. They understand the power of values and beliefs, and they understand how to grab your attention, and so sometimes you're gonna have to, in order to win a nice guy, you have to be someone who knows how to make someone feel good. If you want to really date a nice guy and be in that relationship, and you have to learn the techniques of dating somebody and of knowing how to make somebody feel good, because there are sometimes people that they don't know they're nice, or like mostly bad guys. They'll say anything to a woman to them. It's like take me as I am. I can say anything to you, so you have to accept it. And those are the bad guys. But the nice guys, basically, um, they're playful. To them, they'll open doors for you. They'll move the chair for you to sit down. They'll put you first. They'll put themselves first, but they'll also make sure that the person they're dating is happy, and they're playful. And basically, if you want to date, or whether is a bad guy or nice guy, you have to set your boundaries. You have to have your boundaries, whether you want to date, whether you are dating a bad guy. So you have to set the boundaries, and those boundaries, when you set those boundaries, they will help with the developing that attraction, because that man will know what do you want, who you are in that relationship. Whether you're dating a bad guy, it doesn't mean that we can't date bad guys. You can date bad guys as long as you are a woman that knows how to work with people's characters. There are sometimes people that I I meet, and people will say, "Oh, I can't stand this person," but I find when I'm around that person myself, I don't have a problem with them, because sometimes it is good to accept people for who they are and not trying to change people. And sometimes it's nice to actually set boundaries when it comes to relationships. It doesn't matter who you have a relationship with, it's either a friend or bad guy or good guys or good girls. As long as you set your boundaries and everyone knows where they stand when it comes to relationship, that helps for relationship to work. So that's how you basically treat a bad guy and good guys. And you don't have to change your strength or your energy. You don't have to change to fit somebody's personality. If that person is basically does not align their values and beliefs, if they don't align with your values and your beliefs, you don't have to change just to please somebody. You don't have to do that. And you have to ask yourself questions like, there's some questions that you can write down when you meet somebody, whether it's a bad guy or good guys. I find that mostly when people know what is expected of them, uh, when people knows what is expected of them when it comes to relationship, whether it's a bad guy or bad boy, you'll be fine. Sometimes people enter relationships, they don't set boundaries. If you know your principles, your boundaries, you can set those boundaries so everybody knows, this is what I'm expecting of you. This is what I'm expected to be treated when I'm dating somebody. As long everybody knows that moment, instead of meeting a bad guy and you start to be a bad girl. So you have to, when you meet a bad guy, it's easy from the beginning for the bad guy to get to know the real you, because when that person get to know the real you, it means you as a person, you're gonna put the principles in place, what you are expect what kind of behavior you can tolerate, what you can't tolerate. If you are attracted to that bad person, bad guy, and if you are attracted to a nice guy, you have to be, that nice guy has to know what you are, the behavior, your principles, what you can tolerate when it comes to relationship, what you can tolerate, and your everything, it has to align with both of you. So that means you can date that person, they can date you, and you will be happy. So that's what relationship is about. So if you are single and you are looking for love, you can go to our website at www.hseia. And if you want to work with one of our coaches, you can go to our page and go to talk shows and get in touch with one of the speakers, whoever the speaker you desire yourself. So you can request to have a free consultation with a half an hour consultation, just trying to understand whether the person you are requesting, you can get along and work together. And we are here Monday to Friday at Ngozi Talk Shows. And live with grace, everyone, and God bless you. And if you do find that bad guy, if you are attracted to bad guy, I'm not talking about the guys that goes to prison. I'm talking about the personality bad guys. So if you are attracted to them, make sure you put the principles and you set your boundaries, and make sure they get to know, that person gets to know the real you. Because if somebody gets to know somebody and the real you appear later, and that person is going to get confused. So whether you're dating a nice guy, do the same principles and let them meet the real you, and put the principles and have principles in place, what you can, what you can't tolerate, and set your boundaries as well. Make sure they meet that Mr. Nice Guy meets the real you. So later they don't get a shock, because sometimes people pretend, and then the real you shows up later, and then somebody's like, oh no, that's not the person that I met. So make sure that that person meets the real you. Live with grace, everyone, and God bless you.